Hi, it's Helen Clare here. Welcome to day 3 of the Yoga for Runners 5-minute tune-ups. Today, let's look at the hips. We'll do a little bit of strengthening stabilization for the lateral pelvic stabilizers there, and some nice release for piriformis gluteus medius as well. So, come and start in child's pose. That's on your knees. Arms out in front and bringing your forehead down to the ground. And just start to feel the weight of your hips dropping back towards your heels. They don't necessarily need to come all the way down. If it's not comfortable to drop your head to the floor, then rest it on a block or a cushion. And widen your knees apart. Just becoming aware of that area around your hips and what you can feel just now. And slowly roll up and come to lie on your back. Place your feet on the floor, knees in the air. Have your ankles roughly under your knees with your feet pointing forwards just as much as feels comfortable. Bring your hands down onto the floor either side. Slowly lift your hips up. And then slowly bring them back down. Inhale to lift the hips up. And exhale as you bring them down. And as you continue there, just see how level you can keep your pelvis. Also try not to clench around the buttocks. And either continue taking a few more there. If that feels fine though, draw one knee in towards you and take 4 or 5 just with one leg. Again, see how level and stable you can keep the pelvis. Lower that foot, inhale, lift the hips, draw the other knee in towards you. Exhaling on your way down. Now, if you're on the second side, notice any difference that there might be. If there is, this is a good one to practice regularly, just seeing if you can work a little bit more on the side that feels more difficult. And strengthening these side hip muscles, so important for running, to keep our pelvis nice and stable and level, and yet we don't always take the time there to strengthen them sufficiently. Okay, bring both hips down. Cross one ankle over the other thigh in a figure 4 type shape there, and just gently draw your toes back towards your knee. Encourage your knee slightly away. Just rock a little bit from side to start with here. Okay, and then from the center, reaching around the back of the other thigh, possibly around the front of the shin if that feels accessible. Keep flexing the toes back towards the knee, encouraging the knee away. Just go as far as feels good. You shouldn't feel anything in either of the knees. What we're aiming for is just a nice, fairly deep stretching sensation around the back of this top hip. Lift your chest towards your shin as you draw your shin in towards you. Around 5 breaths here. And then relax your head back down on the floor. Drop the foot back to the floor. And again, we'll start to rock from side to side. This time, nice and slowly, try and keep the shape as much as you can as you drop this top foot all the way over to the floor. Now, if it doesn't want to go all the way, then rest it on a block or a cushion or something there. And you have this ever so subtle lift from this top knee. Otherwise, just relaxing into it. 4 or 5 breaths here. Just a very subtle twist here. Your chest is pretty much still up towards the sky. Yeah, last breath there. And then bring it back to the center, releasing that top leg. Switch sides, cross the other ankle over the other thigh. And we'll just begin with that little rocking motion side to side. Just beginning to encourage the knee away. Notice any initial differences you can feel. Okay, and then from the center, again, reaching up and around either the back of the thigh, possibly the front of the shin. Flex the toes back towards the knee, encourage the knee away, lift the chest. And now you might notice a greater difference between the first side and the second side. And if there is an obvious difference, it is quite a good idea just to spend a few extra breaths on that tighter side. Let's just give it a chance to catch up. So keep this pose here quite active, and you should feel that nice deep stretch sensation there through the back of the hip, under the glutes. And working into our piriformis in here. Okay, relax the head back down. Drop the foot to the floor. Again, start to rock a little bit. And then taking that top foot all the way over to or towards the floor. Relaxing the arms and the shoulders completely. Following your breaths, just take another breath or two here. And then coming up to the center, release the leg and just lengthen both legs out and just give them a nice shake. Notice any difference you can feel through the hips. And stay there for as long as you like, otherwise slowly roll to one side and push yourself up. Thank you, well done. That was day 3. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and we'll do some stuff for the back.